This is Online Pass, the weekly video game news quiz show. My name is Cyril Lachel, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on some of the biggest news stories from the past week. It's your job to answer each question correctly, so grab a piece of paper and a number 2 pencil, because this is a test. Question 1. After years of flirting with the idea, Apple has finally decided to turn their Apple TV into a games machine. Their brand new $149 model will play hot new releases like Guitar Hero Live and Disney Infinity. Of course, this isn't the first time Apple has released a game-playing set-top box. In the mid-1990s, Apple and Bandai teamed up to release an internet-ready CD-ROM console. What was the name of that failed system? Question 2. So, where did the Pokemon go? Question 3. This week, it looked like there was going to be a big Hideo Kojima-related announcement. A new website was created, and a timer counted down the seconds to the major reveal. What happened when that countdown concluded? Question 4. This week marked the 20th anniversary of the Sony PlayStation. To celebrate, Sony reduced the price of a bunch of games and released a special 20th anniversary DualShock 4 controller. More importantly, they allowed gamers a chance to add a new anniversary-themed intro to their uploaded videos. What iconic PS1 animation can you now add to gameplay clips? Question 5. With sales topping 6 million units in the first 6 weeks, it's safe to call The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt one of 2015's best-selling games. This week we learned that 1,500 people from around the world were involved with making this critically acclaimed role-playing game. How much did it cost to make The Witcher 3? And now, the throwback round, where I pull questions from classic game magazines. Brace yourself, the next corner's rough. You know how game trailers are uploaded to the internet seconds after they debut at E3? Well, that wasn't the case 15 years ago. What popular game trailer did Konami release as a standalone DVD in the year 2000? Okay, put your pencils down, everybody. The quiz is over. Let's see how you did. Proving once again that history really does repeat itself, Apple is back with another game-playing set-top box. This brand new Apple TV comes 20 years after the release of the Pippin, a console born from the ill-fated partnership between Bandai and Apple. Originally released in Japan under the name Pippin at Mark, the device did get a US launch with the name Pippin at World. It proved unpopular and left a bad taste in Apple's mouth. We'll see if Apple TV proves more popular for the tech giant. This week we saw the announcement of Pokemon Go, a socially minded Pokemon game set to hit mobile phones. Coming in 2016 to both Android and iOS devices, Pokemon Go delivers an augmented reality where the cute little critters invade the real world. This is being seen as an example of Nintendo tiptoeing into the mobile phone space, something we'll likely see more of in the coming years. For a brief moment, it looked like Hideo Kojima might actually have something new up his sleeves. A project called Black Hound was teased through a website with a very official-looking countdown timer. But this turned out to be a hoax, and Kojima doesn't have anything new to announce. After the countdown expired, the site switched to this screen, which noted the countdown is gone. Clicking on the link initially took you to a YouTube video, but now it just goes to a petition to resurrect Silent Hills. Metal Gear fans felt burned by what will probably not be the last Kojima-related hoax. Have you ever wanted to share your PlayStation 4 video clips with the iconic PS1 boot screen? No? Well, you can now if you want, if that's something you're interested in. This week, Sony added the PlayStation's boot screen to their Share Factory program. This comes with a bunch of anniversary-themed intros. but I have a hunch it's going to be the original boot screen that gets the most play. Happy birthday, PlayStation. The Witcher 3 is not just a massive hit with critics, but also consumers. The game has sold millions of units and has become this generation's first must-own role-playing experience. According to CD Projekt Red's CEO, Adam Kaczynski, The Witcher 3 cost $81 million to develop and market. This includes more than 1,500 employees, 40 different marketing campaigns, and 500 voice actors working in 15 different languages. The gamble seems to have paid off, as the company has made a net profit of $62.5 million in its latest financial period. When Konami debuted the Metal Gear Solid 2 trailer at E3, game journalists collectively lost their shit. Many raved that it was the best looking game they had ever seen, completely redefining the cinematic experience. But even with all the raves, these writers warned that simple screenshots wouldn't do the game justice. Apparently Konami agreed, because they decided to release the Metal Gear Solid 2 trailer on DVD. For what it's worth, the DVD also came with a making-of documentary. I'm gonna miss the Metal Gear Solid trailers. So, how'd you do? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to share this with friends. Who knows, maybe you'll know more about video game news than they do, and you can lord it over them for the rest of your life. This past week brought reviews of Quest of Dungeons, Cross of the Dutchman, Foul Play, and Master Spy. We also previewed a game called Panoramical, which you can see on the screen here. Next week's gonna be even bigger, so make sure and click the subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.